Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. This is your match reaction to the Brentford game, in which I'd say job done. Job done. That's what you would expect at the basic level from United to do against a team like Brentford. So I'm happy. Go do it again next week, and the next week, and the next week, and the next week, and then the next week, and then maybe the next week, and then maybe in the final. Then we can talk again, about maybe having more happiness. But until now, I'd say it's a job done. So smash like, subscribe if you're new. But yeah, Mr. Maloto, I'd say good game until a certain captain came on, or fake captain came on, and then kind of just went a little bit sideways. But yeah, what did you think of the game?
I respect your caution to get excited. We've been hurt so much by this team that what can we do? But I must say, better, much better overall, to be honest. And I like to recognize the little progress, because if we don't, then what do we have? But I think yes, there were moments that was suspicious, but overall I just think it was a better game. First half, it wasn't great, but I feel like the difference between Ralph, in my opinion, and Ole, even when we're bad, you can kind of see what we're trying to do. Under Ole, it was just like, yeah, okay, what's going on? I think as you keep saying, control. I think it's very clear in the first half at Aston Villa, and this first half, he's trying to get us to control games more. But what we're doing now well is just in the first and second part of the field. But in the third part of the field, we're struggling there. We're struggling to get the ball into dangerous positions in the final third, and we're struggling to get the ball to the dangerous players in the final third. So much that you're seeing Ronaldo drop deep, you're seeing Bruno around the 6 area, and sometimes I just felt like Elanga and Mason were just too narrow and weren't wide enough for us to spread the play and for them to drive at defenders. So I just felt like in the final third we really struggled and we couldn't get the ball there. Thus we weren't dangerous. Thus we had no shot on target in the first half, which was disappointing. But disappointing. But you could see what we're trying to do. And then second half, you can see they told them just to, one, be more confident, and two, just put them under pressure, play high up the pitch. And I think we saw that for a good 20 minutes or so. We were high, we were pressing them, we were holding the ball in the final third, we were playing it nicely there, and it led to the goals, And after the goals, we were able to sit back and play on the counter, switch to a 5, which he was reluctant to do in the last game, but he did this game because he felt like, I didn't do the last game, I was punished for it, and he's going to avoid being punished again, And I respect that decision. Yes, I know you don't like Slabhead, but at the end of the day, he can win balls in the air, and putting him on when Brentford is playing basic English football, they're just crossing everything, I think it is beneficial. So overall, I think we played well today, and hopefully a stepping stone for better things.
Yeah, and also what I would like to say is we'll get more into it when we discuss the player ratings, but if it wasn't for David De Gea, oh god, today's game would have been over. First half, we would have lost today's game, because once it goes down, it don't go back up for United. So thank you to David De Gea. Deserved a clean sheet. Unfortunately, you have a big ass fridge in front of you, Fred and a fridge in front of you that lost you the clean sheet. But it's hella unfortunate. But yeah. Anyways,
there's the argument that David De Gea is part of the team, so you can't really say that. But at the same time, you have to try avoid conceding so many chances, And yeah, I just think it was a better game overall,
Yeah. But anyways, like I said, let's get into the player rating, because it will naturally stem more about the game when we speak about the play. Starting off with David De Gea, man of the match, 10 out of 10. Could do nothing about the goal. Deserved the clean sheet. Without this man, we'd be relegated. So man of the match, without a doubt, David De Gea. Unbelievable saves. Unbelievable.
We just can't, play a perfect game. We're incapable as Manchester United, And one thing I want to mention before we move on, there's this problem of us dropping deep, and we tend to put it down to management. But I heard the commentator say Ralph was shouting, "Hold the ball, control, hold the ball," and the players just weren't doing it, So it kind of just makes you think, is it a psychological thing?
It's just Fred being shite, and Scott just hiding sometimes, So
I don't agree with that today, but we'll get there. And I feel like, just one more thing before I get to here. I feel like 20 times off the set piece, we're getting caught on the counter. That needs to be fixed.
That's always been a problem. That's always been a problem. Never forget
was
when
appalling.
Matic was the only one back
Yeah,
when we
yeah.
when we did the same thing against was it Villarreal or some corner, and it's just like, oh wow.
What was it? Okay, it was some team in the
The
Champions
some team. Yeah, we know what corner it was. So ish,
League.
it's not
So yeah,
something
we
new.
need to work on that. But like, David's back. I'm saying it now. I'm gonna be shameless. David is back because this is David. He's never been the guy who maybe he's holding is the greatest, and he is still a bit clumsy here and there. That still does happen. But it's less often nowadays. But what we know David for is the amazing reflexes and those saves are like, how the heck did he do that? And the saves these puts, and keeping us in games, and winning us points effectively. Because today probably lose the game because we're 2-0 down. But yeah, very happy David De Gea, man of the match, 10 out of 10. You can't argue with that.
Yeah. Happy for the hope he keeps it up. Even though I don't want him to keep it up because it'd be nice for him not to do anything. But yeah, it is what it is. Alex Telles thought he was good. Again, like I honestly think Ralph, if he actually does have some balls, he shouldn't change this back four against West Ham. He really shouldn't change this back four against West Ham because they have been good. So I'd keep it. And with Telles, like I said, I thought he did well. He did everything you'd think he had. The goal wasn't really his fault. Offensively, I thought he was very good. Defensively, it wasn't really required. So yeah, I'll just give Telles. I wouldn't hype it up too much, but I think I'll give Telles a 6.
Yeah, no, I think the only problem is that we're playing on Saturday, which I find ridiculous, honestly. But I guess that's what they have to do to rearrange the fixtures.
Yeah.
And why do we have Luke Shaw? With moments like that, he's probably as good, if not better. So for fresh legs against West Ham, I think maybe Shaw should play. But yeah, I enjoyed his performance. He gets in a lot of crosses. He's very exciting going forward. Yes, he hasn't assisted much, but you can see what he's all about going forward, And defensively wasn't too bad. So yeah, no, I'll go with your average 6.
Yep. Varane, again, thought you were solid. Again, not a fault for the goal. Kept the clean sheet for the most of the game. Composed on the ball, just a world-class centre-back, really. This is the type of performance you expect from Rafael Varane. So I just give Varane a 7. Nothing to complain about from Rafael Varane.
Clean game, no mistakes. What more can I say? 7.
Yeah.
Varane.
7. Same with Victor, I think, Passing wasn't as good, I think, today from Victor. But again, didn't really put a foot wrong defensively. Offensively, like I said, the passing wasn't as good as, Victor can do. But I don't really want Victor to do that. So happy performance from Victor. And yeah, I think these centre-backs, they should be the centre-backs first choice for Manchester United, 100%. And if they're not, well, like I said, Ralph doesn't have a set of balls between those legs. So, and I give Victor a 7 as well.
Yeah, mate, come on, Ralph. He's dropped Harry. Please come
Yeah, then he brought him on today. We'll see. You'll see when it matters the most this weekend. Then we'll see.
Come on, of course he's gonna bring him on. And I feel like when he said when he plays he'll be captain, he literally meant when he plays he'll be captain. And yeah, maybe he'll play again. Maybe I shouldn't be so optimistic, but I think the fact that he hasn't played for 2 games, he's been fit, is a step in the right direction. And yeah, once again, no mistakes for Varane is something we're used to. Saying no mistakes for Victor, it's hit or miss, So I really enjoyed these two working together. I think they look good, and I'm also gonna give them a 7.
Yeah. Delo also can't fault Delo, to be honest. Probably been one of my favorite United players recently, Diego Delo. Offensively, he's there. Defensively, he's there. He stands out from Telles today, I think, definitely, just because defensively was required, then he was there, like I said. Offensively is always good. He makes smart runs. So yeah, I'm happy with Delo, and I think lots of people really liked Diego Delo's performance today. So I'm also going to give Delo a 7. Wasn't at fault for the goal either.
Yeah, no, he's very positive. He's very much involved in the attack. Compared to Wan-Bissaka, it's just night and day, honestly. Yeah. And yeah, he's getting in dangerous positions. He's shooting there. Defensively, he's covering ground. He's there. He's present. And I really enjoy watching Delo. And yeah, Wan-Bissaka, it's going to be a big ask to compete with someone who's so natural going forward. And I can imagine maybe we might bring in someone else eventually. Because I can imagine maybe Ralph might want to class above, or whatever manager comes might want a more offensive fullback. So yeah, I'm really enjoying watching him. He should play most of the games because for what we're going to do, he's the better fullback, sadly, for Wan-Bissaka. But I'll agree with the 7.
Yeah, happy days.
We're gonna argue. We're gonna argue here.
I don't think we will. I don't think we will because
Okay.
Scott was way better than freaking fucking Fred. That was for sure. Scott, I thought he was good today, but the reason why Scott was good today was not because he was a CDM. No. Scott was good today because when he goes forward and he plays as a box-to-box midfielder, that is where Scott is good at, going forward. As a CDM today, no, it was not existent. He's just not a CDM, and that's not Scott's fault. He's not a CDM. But as a box-to-box, he is way better than Fred. If anything, he was showing why you should play in Fred's position, and why Fred maybe should take a step back or something. So happy with Scott. Like I say, as a CDM, really non-existent, but as a box-to-box, on-bombing midfielder, thought he was really good, way better than Fred, like I said. To balance it out, I'd probably give Scott a 6.
I feel like it was a much higher rating, in my opinion. I felt like they were switching him and Fred, which was interesting to see. But I really enjoyed Scott's performance today. I think, yeah, they might be a player. They might be a player. And I'm not just saying that based on this game. I feel like, as you said as well, ever since Ralph's come in, he's been a bit more consistent, And it's entertaining to see that it seems like Ralph is releasing him more. And I think the only difference is that he's just allowing him to run past Bruno more and run into the attacking positions, And that's good to watch, He's that driving power. He's strong on the ball, Defensively, yes, he's still losing the ball a lot. But, he's getting involved. He was involved in the goal.
It's not that even that annoys me about him. It's just he doesn't drop in to where CDM like Matic drops in, collects the ball, and distributes it. He doesn't do it. It's not because he can't. It's just he doesn't know how to do it. He's not a CDM. He's a box-to-box midfielder. I've seen the light. He's a proper box-to-box midfielder. He's just not a CDM. Whether or not he can be coached into that is a different story. But the guy he's not young anymore. So
yes, defensively he was a bit sus from time to time. But honestly, and I'm going to be very nice here, because I was so impressed with his offensive play, I'm going to give him a 7.
Okay. That's fair. Let's go with Bruno first. Mr. Bruno Fernandes. Back to his best, I'd say. That's 4 goals and assists in 2 games for Bruno Fernandes. 2 assists today for Mr. Bruno Fernandes. Mr. Absolute Sitter, I can't lie, Bruno. That was a stinker. Yeah, that was a stinker you had there. that should have been a goal, but other than that, I got no complaints about Bruno. I think first half, again, it wasn't his fault. We just didn't get him the ball enough. The midfield is clearly the problem. Like we said, we just don't, in that position with Fred and Scott, they just cannot get the ball to the important players. They're just not good enough. So I think that was the fault. In the second half, when they were a little bit better at it, you see what happens when you get to players like that. So happy for Bruno. Give Bruno. Oof. Now he's gonna get a 9 from me. You probably was been my man of the match today, but because you missed that, I'll just knock it down by 1, and I'll give Bruno an 8.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo was already angry. When Bruno missed the set, he probably got more angry, thinking that could have been me, But yeah, no, he should have scored there. But besides that, no, he played well, and we're happy to have Bruno back, because if Bruno's back, we're winning games. It's as simple as that. And yeah, he just did what Bruno does, very creative, very involved, and yeah, I'm gonna give him an 8.
Happy days for Bruno Fernandes. Should have had a goal. Pastor Frederick, oh god. I actually hate him. I despise him as a footballer. Can't have first touch, can't pass the ball. He got an assist, but then that assist, it's just Elanga does a lot. I'm not saying it's a bad assist. It's a really good pass. But again, with Fred, nah, fam. He's just not good enough. You're just not good enough, Fred. So, for me, it didn't light up anything, to be honest. If we're hyping it up, it just shows how bad the standards are at United if we're hyping up a performance like that today. So, for me, Fred just gets a 5, to be honest. That assist doesn't wipe out the fucking shit he put for 90 minutes on the field. The way he lost the ball the whole game, his passing is shocking. 1 assist does not fix the game. 5. I'm not having it, Fred. I'm not having it. Drop next game for me.
Just Damon's not good enough, because I feel like, as much as that assist I think was great, it was Bruno-esque in my opinion, and he picked out a really good run, which we've been struggling to do. A lot of our players make runs and they're not being picked out. So if Fred does it, I'm going to commend him for that. But I think you saying not good enough describes it perfectly, because we've said in the past he's not a 6, maybe he's more box to box. even in box to box, it's one good pass, then a bad one, then one good pass, and a bad one. And then he retains
You can't
the
even
ball
pass him the ball. That's the thing. You can't even pass him the ball. I wouldn't pass the ball to Fred. I'd be like, this guy's just gonna kick it up for a throw in. He's gonna give it to the other opposition. Nah, I can't pass Fred the ball.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
it's
just
so hot and
can't.
cold, you know. I feel like there's moments where he looks like he's good movement, 1-2, and the next he's just clumsy about it. And like to play at this level, you need to get rid of those, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna go 6.5 because I think there was good moments, but overall it was just average.
Okay. 6.5 for Fred. You know, I didn't get my boy Martial today, but I did get another Anthony, the Swedish Martial. Mr. Malot, I don't know if you remember, I'm going to keep reminding you of this, about Elanga's debut. And I was like, you know, there's something about this kid. And it's just Martial-esque as well. Well, today, that goal was fucking Martial-esque. I tell you what, that goal was Martial-esque from the left-hand side. Happy days with Elanga. I'm not going to expect him to do everything yet like Martial. Martial could do. He's a 19-year-old lad or even 18-year-old lad. He was been given a chance by Ralph. He even said he really appreciates what Ralph is doing for him. I respect it from him. I just want him to keep going, focus on his game, keep doing performances like that. And you deserve to start over Rashford, over Martial, over Greenwood at the moment. Elanga deserves to start again. There's no reason to drop Elanga next game. That's what I'd say to Ralph. You know, is there a real reason to drop Elanga? Just because Rashford's going to call off the bench, which we'll get to. But I wouldn't drop Elanga, so I'd give Elanga a 7.
To be honest with you, in the first half, I didn't think him and Mason played bad. I thought they were decent, but I wasn't completely happy because I felt like
they're not creative wingers. That's the thing.
Yeah, because I felt like because we're struggling to get the ball to them so much, I felt like when they had it, they had to be brilliant carriers, people who can carry the ball and pass players effectively or make a really telling pass, you know. And I felt like they weren't doing that enough, you know. When he was dribbling towards players, just ending up nowhere. And I felt like compared to Villa, it just wasn't at that standard. But good goal, really good goal. And then after it scored the goal, yeah, man just came to life, you know. And he was back at Villa, he was doing the things, taking on players, you know. And yeah, it looks like there's a talent here. And I just hope we can keep giving him game time. Because if we can't, then he won't blossom into what he could be, you know. But I was impressed, and I think he deserves the 7.
Happy with him. So, they call him the GOAT. I like to call him the donkey today because this guy did all the donkey work for United. I tell you what, boys, Ronaldo. People tell me he doesn't put in the shift. Ronaldo put in the shift today. You could see he was fuming because as soon as the game started opening up, Ralph took him off. It's Ronaldo. You know, I would be quite concerned if Ronaldo wasn't angry coming off for Harry Maguire with like 20 minutes to go and we 2-0 up. You know, I would be a bit concerned. But with Ronaldo, he didn't get a goal today, but happy. I can't complain about Ronaldo's performance. I thought he didn't get any of the ball. He dropped deep. He had mature performances, and if that was Martial, I'd be applauding him because Martial does the same thing when it's dead up front as a striker for Man United. Amazing header, could have had a goal, hit the crossbar. How he does it, unbelievable. I'm obviously gonna give him the banter Ronaldo 10, but yeah, Malota, you can give him a more realistic number because I'll never not give Ronaldo a 10. So yeah.
Yeah, like he doesn't get the ball. Like this problem is still happening, you know. I did think we got the ball to the front forward players better in the second half, slightly better. But in general, Ronaldo just doesn't get the ball, and we need to work on that. Because if you just start passing him the ball, it's going to be a madness. Like, I don't know, these players don't get that.
It's actually unreal how they don't get it. Like, my guy had to do a chest through ball to Bruno today. Nah, fam.
Dude.
And he's probably even fuming because Bruno didn't even shoot there. It's like, that could be my fucking assistant. This guy just didn't shoot.
Dude, yeah. But no, as you say, he was very involved. Too deep at times, but it's always a sign in football that the striker's not getting the ball, you know?
Yeah.
And, yeah, he was involved in the goal, and I just think it was a really good performance. As you said, he did the donkey work, and I'll give him a 7.
I think I would give Ronaldo a 7 today. Also, I'd give Ronaldo a 7 today. Mason, but quiet for Mason. Really, he's got a tap in, and I love tap ins. It's my favorite type of goals. I could eat that up all day at United. If that's the only goal we scored for the rest of United's career, happy days. I don't care. I'd take those. Those are my favorite type of goals because it's a sign that the fucking team is working very well. So I'd take tap-ins all day. But other than that, I thought Greenwood was very quiet today. I think today we missed the Sancho, and obviously Sancho couldn't play today because he had a funeral to attend to. So it's understandable for Jadon Sancho. So hopefully we get to see him on the weekend, because I think in this type of team, especially with the 4-3, and you need a one creative winger at least, I would like Jadon Sancho to be back. But Mason got a goal. He did his job, I guess. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for Mason. Did his job, my son. Did proud. Happy. Take those.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Mason. I thought he was alright, you know. I guess he's not a winger, really. I just don't see it. And maybe we need to start playing him more in striker, you know. Doesn't look like a natural winger to me, you know. And I feel like there's just so much more we can get from this guy. I feel like Mason's been limited, you know. But at the same time, he plays striker, he's gonna have the same problem as Ronaldo. So
True.
It's a bit of a yikes.
True. I think Mason actually said that that's why he doesn't mind playing on the wing, because he gets more of the ball to do something with it. Because that striker for United, dead work.
Yeah, and maybe when we get better with the ball and our cohesion, maybe we'll get more clear-cut chances from to score goals. So let's give it time. But you know, he scored the goal. I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I'm not gonna be nice.
Okay, 6.5. And then I just quickly want to talk about two of the substitutions. Obviously, Marcus Rashford and Mr. Harry Maguire came on. Happy for Rashford. I think, for me, I don't mind Rashford when he comes off the bench. I really don't, because I think that's when you need it. When the other opposition team is dead, and Rashford can just run one way, head down, that's when he's dangerous. You know, that's when Rashford can be dangerous. But in a 90-minute game, I can't trust Marcus Rashford. I cannot trust Marcus Rashford. I'm happy he got the goal, but I still wouldn't say that's the reason to start him for the next game. I still wouldn't start him, but happy he got the goal for Marcus Rashford. And with Harry Maguire, there's no surprise. As soon as he comes on, him and fucking Fred have a chuckle brother moment in the box, and we're gonna see the goal because Maguire is marking Fred and holding his shirt, and it's just unbelievable once again from the captain. So yeah, Maguire needs to stay at home, bro. He needs to stay at home. You said you're gonna drop him. Okay, you make sure our next game in West Ham, if I see Maguire, I'm gonna be fuming. So yeah, that's what I thought. But what are your thoughts on the substitutions?
I think Ralph likes Rashford. So I feel like that goal is an excuse to start him in the next game, to be honest. And I think Rashford's gonna be back, but he needed that goal, you know. And I want to say hopefully be better, but what's better with Rashford? It's taking on 10 minutes to 10 players and actually succeeding with it for months and while, and cutting in and scoring a worldie. But beside that, what, you know? So I don't know. Maybe Rashford should be sold, but that's not good.
I agree. Well, yeah, I agree with you. Finally, I agree with you. Yeah, maybe we should be sold. I actually wouldn't sell to not take the piss completely. Super sub Rashford is fine, but because I know how this club feels about Rashford, yeah, fucking sell him.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm happy for him, and hopefully he starts playing better. Maguire, it's unlikely that he comes in.
What did I tell? If you keep today, even Scott and Fred, that okay games. You keep picking these players. This is what happens. He can't do a job. He literally can't even do the job to close out the game. He's a joke. He's actually the joke.
It's like he attracts chaos, Harry Maguire. But hey, he won a couple of balls when he came on, you know. So I respect that, you know. That's what he came on to doing, aerial balls. But yeah, I think Maguire deserves to be dropped, and he'll come back in if he proves he deserves to play over Ryan.
I don't care how much he proves me. Same like Rashford, same like Scott, same like Fred. I don't care how much they do. Leave them at home. I'm fine. Just leave them at home. I don't care. Leave them. I don't need to see them. I won't be mad. You just keep them at home. I couldn't care less about those 4 players. But yeah, Mr. Ralph Ragnick. Apart from McFred today, I was very happy with the team. Very happy with the team apart from McFred. The performance, the control, it's weird because the control was there. In terms of like the stats, it'll tell you the possession we had was very high, and I do think it was good. But that midfield is so bad, it is unreal, and that's the only thing I think stopping Ralph from really going to that next level of getting results and things. I hope he sees it, because I sometimes question this guy is the guy who's like, I want control in the midfield, and you sit there watching Fred for 90 minutes and you're telling me there's control in the midfield. Fam, we don't have a midfield. We're playing with 9 men out there, so other than that, I don't have any complaints about today. The substitution about Ronaldo, it worked out, and when it works out today, you get the credit, so 3-1. He bottled it by bringing Maguire on. Yeah, he did bottle it by bringing Maguire on. McFred, no Donny, those are the only real negatives. So I'll give Ralph a 7.
Yeah, no, can't complain. I think he did well today. He changed the formation. Two of our midfielders were slightly better, and they got through the game, Midfielders were usually shocking, so I guess that's a positive. As much as, yes, he didn't bring on Maguire, but he's still a 5 and we saw at the game, as much as we conceded a goal, And, yeah, for me, it's all about the progress, And as you say, well, how much can you do with McFred? Maybe you should play Donny. I'm done with that song. I just don't know, and I'm just done worrying about it because these managers must have a reason. I probably won't agree with the reason, but they must have a reason.
Oh, I know the reason. I know the reason. I know the reason.
What's the reason?
That's the reason.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason.
We don't know.
See, so this is the Glaze. And then the Glazers got Fletcher. And then Fletcher is there. And Fletcher's got Ralph like this. And that's the reason.
I don't know. I'd hope not. Because I don't want the person like that as my manager. Because that's not acceptable. But the Ronaldo thing, Ronaldo needs to relax.
Ronaldo doesn't need to relax. Nah, he doesn't need to relax. You mad, fam. If Ronaldo, if he doesn't have that attitude, he's like every other basic bitch striker in the world. I want Ronaldo to be fuming every single time because that's what makes Ronaldo special. That is just a winner's mentality. He doesn't need to relax. He knows. He knows, fam. Ronaldo knows. Because these lads are a bunch of bottlers also. So, I'm all happy days with Ronaldo.
No, that's the thing though. He really gets substituted. If it's happening every game, sure. Throw it. I'm Ronaldo. I'm the best player in the world. You're going to substitute me. But then it's like once in a while. And I can bet anything. And it's because we're playing West Ham. And they want him to play.
Yeah, no, that's but still, I wouldn't be mad at Ronaldo. You could play me. If I'm playing shit and you take me off, I'm still going to be fuming. It might not even be at Ralph. It might just because I didn't play well. So I don't have a problem with Ronaldo.
It probably is partly that. I can imagine. I said that to my dad. He's probably more fuming about...
He didn't get a goal. Ronaldo, if he doesn't get a goal, so it's like, I didn't do my job really. So he doesn't care. You can tell Ronaldo, they didn't give him a single chance, and Ronaldo be like, so I'm Ronaldo. I need to still find a way to score a goal. So
I think he's probably more mad at himself. He's such high standards that I didn't score a goal and I'm getting subbed off. Was I that bad? That's what's going in his mind.
That's what it looked like, because he was like, you take me off. Why would you take me off? That's like, Ronaldo's the goat. That's just how he is.
He's crazy.
Relentless.
He's crazy in a good way.
Yeah.
Crazy in a good way.
Relentless. No other player does that, really, besides Bruno. No other player does that. Only Ronaldo and Bruno do that.
I respect it, but at the same time, I feel like you must chill a little. Just a little.
Nah. No chance.
But yeah, I enjoyed Ralph's performance today, and I want to give him an 8. Just to go one higher than me.
Like I said, the no Donny and McFred and the Maguire. It has to be a -3 at least for those ones. So let's see. What I will say though is if I don't see Maguire at West Ham, proper applaud. Because it's nice today. It was nice the last time. He could hide away from the injury. But if I see Maguire back against West Ham in that game, I just know we're bottling it. Yeah, that's all. Just know we're bottling it. I'm telling you that we're going to bottle it if Maguire plays. So, speaking of which, the West Ham game is on Saturday. So, match preview will be tomorrow.
Old Trafford.
Yeah, Old Trafford.
Okay.
So that means the match preview tomorrow then, I would assume. Yeah. Match preview again tomorrow. Games are coming thick and fast. I hope you enjoyed. Good performance from United. Do it again on the weekend. Is there anything else you want to say, Mr. Maloto?
No, I'm happy. For once, we're not going to be.
We can go sleep.
On the internet.
Yes, we can go sleep.
Yeah, dude. For once, it's not toxic. And I'm depressed because all my club is so whack.
We can at least go sleep for today. We might be back on the weekend. Let's go sleep for today.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, supporting this club. But we move.
Yeah, we move. So do smash like, do subscribe. We'll see you again tomorrow for the match preview. And yeah, that's it. Goodbye.